Hi, it's Page here, and this week I'll be reviewing set number 60135. This set cost $4.99 and it's called LEGO City ATV Arrest. Right, so here's the main build of the set, which is an ATV. I'm kind of getting tired of LEGO doing LEGO City themed, police themed ATVs, because they've done way too many of them. Admittedly, this one looks really unique and stands out in a crowd. And the reason it stands out is because it looks overall quite sleek, but it does have these big bulky tyres, and those can go over lots of terrain and also contrast the main build very well. And that's really quite cool in my opinion, and looks really good. And another thing that looks really good is this stickered piece up here. I mean, I sort of wish it were a printed piece, but it's quite good for what it is for a cheap set. And there's also two lights on the front, and they look pretty good as well. And I really do like this piece in general, and this is well implemented in this set. Also, there are two handlebars here. Unfortunately, the minifig can't hold on to those while sitting. If they added just one more plate, then that would have worked. And unfortunately it didn't, so he's either floating or he has to stand up. And I'm not sure many people stand up on ATVs, so I still wish they had one more plate in there, and then it wouldn't look so awkward. But oh well. There's also a bar back here, sort of acting as a seat, so that's a clever use of a piece, even though it's been done like lots of times. Also, there's a light on the back here, and that's quite cool, and definitely looks quite cool with the overall build. It makes it stand out even more in a crowd of ATVs. Even in police ATVs it stands out quite well. And there's also two clips on the back, and this same piece implemented well here. Overall, this is a very nice little ATV. I just wish it had one more plate here, and also perhaps a tile on top of here, but there's a spare piece for that, so that's okay. Right, so here's the first minifig of the set, and the first minifig of the set is a basic crook for the 2017 wave of LEGO City sets. Now, I have to say I really like this crook, and I really like how they've got such a detailed minifig in such a cheap set. And this is the main reason why I bought this set. Well, other than the set being cheap, of course. But yeah, this is a really nice minifig, and it's nice to get in such a cheap set, and an easy way of getting it. And there's some really nice printing on the torso right here, and it shows a work belt, and it also has dungarees and his prison number. I sort of wish it didn't have the prison number, because then you could use this for a worker or some sort of other LEGO City minifig, but it's no big deal since it's meant to be a crook, and it sort of fits the theme of the crook. And he also has some grey gloves and grey stripes going along the torso, and he has some plain legs. And he has the standard sort of crook sort of head, and he has a beanie cap, which all LEGO City crooks seem to have for some reason. And around the back there's lots of detail here. Like, there's a continuation of the print from the front. There's also a belt, which is continued from the front. But there's more detail here, like here's the sort of Y shape on the back of the dungarees, some stripes here from the front of the torso, and there's also a hook sort of hooked in here, and there's some pliers and general sort of accessories which are printed on, which I really like when they do that with a minifig. I mean, it looks really cool. And overall, this is a really well detailed minifig. I'm glad it's in such a cheap set so I could get it. Right, so here's the second minifig of the set. And unlike the crook minifig, I don't really like this one, because it's kind of lazy. I mean, the good details are the torso, which looks really nice. There's a tie and a sort of police uniform, and there's a badge, which is printed on as well, and a printed belt with a walkie-talkie strapped to it. And there's even a shiny belt buckle. And that's all quite nice. Also around the back there's some very simple yet effective detailing. It says police, and there's another walkie-talkie on the back. Not sure why he's got two, but there's the continuation of the printing of the belt. And the rest of the minifig is just really lazy, I think. I mean, it's a cheap little set, so I don't mind it particularly. But this face is from Swamp Police. This is just a standard white helmet. This is just a standard tinted visor. And these are just some very standard trousers. And the arms I don't mind so much, since they do fit with the general minifig. And all it fits, it's just it doesn't look particularly good. And it's very common pieces. Apart from this, which is really nice. So, torso's very good, but the rest of the minifig is kind of average. Also included in the set are a few accessories for the minifigs. Now, the first two accessories are for the police. Now, officially there's only one in the set, but there are two pairs of handcuffs. One is a spare piece. So that's quite nice how you have two, and you only really need one, but it's nice how there's an extra there as well if you lose one. And for the crook, there is a very simple crowbar piece. It's in red, and it's the standard LEGO crowbar piece. And also in red, there is this little dolly, so I guess the crook has a red colour scheme for his accessories. Apart from this, which is a safe, and this has a really nice sticker on it, which has a keypad and a dial, so I guess it's a really highly secured safe. And it would be, since inside there are 2 gold bars. Unfortunately these aren't shiny gold bars, but they're still pretty cool pieces. Overall this is a really nice set of accessories for such a cheap set. Whereas overall this is a pretty nice little LEGO City set, especially for £5, although if you can get it for cheaper then that's even better, but £5 is a pretty decent deal for how much there is in this set, especially for the well detailed LEGO City Crook minifig. In fact, I'd say it's worth it just for that minifig. It's nice how you get a well detailed ATV as well, and another minifig, which is less good and perhaps the biggest flaw with this set. But overall it's quite a good LEGO City set, and I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, and that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe.